bum bum. Da ba ba da da Christmas vacation. Hello everybody, it's Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. Welcome to another Wednesday Sacred Pipe Ceremony. Tonight's a little special because tomorrow is solstice, so I'm going to include that in our ceremony tonight, all the things that solstice represents and how that helps us and everything. So I am sitting here and I have my virtual fire and my virtual fireplace going. And we are ready to do some pipe ceremony. Hi, Ada. I'm glad you could make it. So, to start out, for those who have never been to a pipe ceremony, Happy Wednesday! Just to give a quick rundown for people who haven't experienced this before, this is a sacred pipe, or a chanupa, they call it. The stem is the divine masculine, and the bowl is the divine feminine. So when we put them together, it is all of creation. It's the masculine, feminine, good, not good, dark and light, right? All the seeming dualities in one. And so basically when we put the pipe together, we are holding the cosmos in our hands. This was it is a mobile altar, a mobile church. It's like this is church that you can bring with you anywhere you go, because when we put it together, it's the divine presence in our midst. And in a bit, I will explain a little bit about what the ceremony is going to look like for those who haven't been here before, so that they can kind of follow along and understand what's going on. But first of all, I am going to drum in sacred space. Call in the spirits and the elements to hold space around us, to create a container, energetic container of light and of love, that then, because they are watching over us, and that higher vibration keeps anything of a lower one out. God, I'm stumbling over my words tonight. The higher vibration keeps anything of a lower vibration out. So we can let go of our own shields and barriers and open our hearts in order to receive the blessings that Spirit has for us. And there are many ways to do that. I love to do it with the drum. And I brought I don't usually bring this drum with me to my office, but tonight I did. The name of this drum is Cougar Moon, because it looks like the moon. But if you can see these two marks here, those are cougar claw marks. So the skin of the drum is actually elk. And so the elk that gave its life for this drum actually survived a cougar attack. And so not only does it have elk medicine in it, it also has cougar medicine in it. Anyway, and this was a drum I made how many years ago? Back in 2008. So she doesn't get out very often, and so she wanted to come out today, and in a minute I'll tell you exactly why. But spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Thank you for blessing our work for the highest benefit of all beings. Oh. Thank you. Oh, we got more people. Hey, thank you for joining me. Thank you for your presence. We just set sacred space, and on this solstice eve, we're going to be doing pipe ceremony. And for those who don't know, you may have heard it called the peace pipe, but this is the Chinupa, or the sacred pipe of the Lakota people. I explained this before, but a bunch of people jumped on, so I want to explain again. The stem is the divine masculine. The bowl is the divine feminine. So when we put it together, it is all of creation. It's the yin-yang, the dark and the light, the hard and the soft, the masculine and the feminine, all right here in our hands. So it's basically like holding the cosmos. When they got the pipe, originally from White Buffalo Calf Woman, the Lakota people were nomadic, and so this was a way of bringing church with them. This was all they needed. When you put it together, it is the divine presence. And it is the center of all of the Lakota ceremonies. So, but before I get to the actual ceremony, being solstice eve, there's a story I always like to tell at solstice time. And it is the story of the Deer Mother. Long before there was a Santa Claus, there was the Deer Mother. And she was the reindeer mother. Part of the reason I brought the drum with me that I did is because the drum bag that I carry her in is a reindeer fur. And for those who know me, reindeer is a very, very special animal to me. My very first power animal that I ever met on a shamanic journey is a reindeer named Nathaniel. And I actually found this drum bag at a store called Stargazers in Bellevue on Christmas Eve. And this isn't the story I wanted to tell, but I'm just going to go on with it. I found this drum bag on Christmas Eve. And what better day, evening, to get a reindeer, right? It's like it was meant to be. And when I brought it home, it was like it was made for my drum. It fit perfectly. It was amazing. Anyway, and so reindeer are one of the most amazing animals on the planet. They are the only species of deer that the male and the female have antlers. Most other deer, just the male have antlers. The reindeer, it's the female and the male that have antlers. And so, and reindeer are one of the biggest, like most widely distributed animals on the planet. They're like in every, there's like a reindeer band. If you take the globe, there's a certain place like all the way across and up is reindeer territory, no matter where you are on the planet. there are reindeer in that area. So anyway, so long ago, on one dark solstice night, the longest, darkest, coldest night of the year, all the animals, even the ones that normally hibernate, came out of their hibernation because it was so cold. They needed to get up and move around to keep from freezing, to keep from dying. And so they all huddled together in this clearing. And this was in the northern climes. And there were the bigger animals were in the middle, the smaller animals were on the outside, and suddenly one of the outside animals started squirming his way to the middle, and it was Fox. And when he got to the middle, he bumped into Bear. Bear was the center of this group. And the Fox was like, Bear, someone needs to go get the sun. We can't last much longer. The animals on the outside of the circle are already starting to freeze. We need to go get the sun. And the bear was like, that is a great idea. Who can go get it? And the Fox was like, well, what about Raven? And Raven said, no, we can't. The birds, we're too frozen to fly. And besides that, we can't carry the sun. It'll burn our beaks and our feathers. And so all of a sudden from the crowd of animals came a voice and said, I'll do it. And there was some clicking. And suddenly this reindeer steps into the circle by Bear. And Reindeer said, I can do it. I'm fast. I can travel for long periods of time. And I have these antlers with which I can carry the sun without being burned. And Bear was like, thank you, brother Reindeer. Thank you. Of course, you are strong. You have a courageous heart. You are fast and you can go long distances. You can do this for us. And the reindeer was like looked at the bear with wide eyes and said, do you not know anything of the reindeer folk? And Reindeer said, the male reindeer drop their antlers in the wintertime. It is us females that carry our antlers through the winter. So I am not your brother deer. I am your dear mother. And so she set out agreeing to help. Bear apologized and sent her out, and so she went toward the south to find the sun. And she was walking and running, and the cold was really getting to her. She was trying to make it through these drifts of snow, and she realized that the sun was really far away down south, and that it could take days or weeks to walk there. But being a courageous of heart and devoted to her task, she kept on and she kept on. Then she came to another clearing, and in the middle of this clearing was this huge burly man. His hair was gray and his beard was gray and matted, and he looked like he could have been carved out of wood. He had a cloak of green made of all the green growing things in the forest, and his hood was green, and he carried a sack. And when he saw the deer mother, he got down on his knee and bowed his head because he knew who she was and knew the reverence that she was due. And he was like, is there anything I can do? And the deer mother explained to this man what her intention was and how she wasn't sure she could do it, but she had to keep going. And he said, I think I have something that can help. And he dug into his sack and he pulled out a mushroom. One of those mushrooms with the red cap with the white spots all over it. He said, this mushroom medicine will help you. It will get you there quicker and easier than you can on your own. And so she took that mushroom and she ate it. And then she continued to walk toward the south. And pretty soon, she wasn't just walking, she was running faster than she had ever run before. Pretty soon, she realized that she couldn't feel the snow under her hooves. And she looked down and she was above the trees, going faster than she could have even imagined. And it wasn't long that she saw the sun on the horizon. And as she arrived there, she talked to the sun and said, "Sun, you must come back, great goddess of the sun. We are dying. The northern parts of the world are almost frozen, and we need you to come back and warm us, rescue us, bring life and vitality back." And the sun was like, "I am so sorry. I am so exhausted. It takes so much of my energy to warm the southern parts that I don't know that I have the energy to make it back north again." And again, Reindeer bowed her head and said, "Please climb into my antlers. I can carry you." And so the sun goddess crawled into her antlers. And again, the reindeer started heading toward the north where she had left. And pretty soon she was sailing through the sky with the sun in her antlers. And as they went, the world beneath them began to green and to thaw, and there was life apparent everywhere they went. And pretty soon they got to the north, and all the animals celebrated the arrival of the sun, the birth of the sun from the darkest night of the year. And from that day on, it is reindeer who fetches the sun on solstice day to bring back the sun, to warm the earth as we head closer and closer to spring. So I love that story so much. It changes, and I want to find the original version because I'm not sure how authentic it is from the version that I heard. But reindeer are just so important. Especially from a shamanic point of view. I don't remember the name of those mushrooms, but those really are what reindeer eat. And the shamans that are the reindeer herders, they actually, those mushrooms are poisonous to people. But if it goes through the reindeer system first, then it can be fermented, or they have some process once it's passed through the deer, and yes, that means reindeer urine, and they can make a drink from it, which is then hallucinogenic for humans, and that's where a lot of the flying reindeer ideas come from, and the red and the white. It is so, I could go on for hours and hours about the origins of Christmas and Santa and the reindeer and all of that, but we have a ceremony to do. So, but thank you for listening. I love to share that story every year. And it just, there's another Sammy story about how Creator had created all the living things on the earth, but he hadn't brought life into them yet. And he asked, which of my creatures will give their heart to become the heartbeat of the earth and the vitality of all of the creatures? And reindeer spoke up and said, "I will do it." And so it's the heart of the reindeer that beats the life into everything and everyone upon the earth. So I have a little thing for reindeer. I love reindeer. In fact, I've got my reindeer candle holder that I love. And so, and just in case you didn't draw the same conclusion after my story, all the reindeer that pull Santa's, because they're the ones who have antlers at this time of the year. And they're matriarchal. It's the female are bigger and stronger than the male. So, Valerie, what did you, Anamita? I don't know what that is. You're asking a question, but anyway, so on this, like so close to solstice, it is the darkest, longest night of the year, but it is also, because of that, it is also the birth of the light, right? And to remind you that we are not just part of nature, we are nature. Oh, that's the name of the mushroom, Anamita. Thank you, Valerie. Thanks, love. And everything that happens in the cycles of the earth are happening inside of us, because we are the same earth, air, fire, and water that everything else is made of. And so when that, after that long dark night, when the sun is born, in essence, and the days start to get a little bit longer from that point forward, as the light and the sun gain strength, that's the time to pay attention to your own inner light and focus on your heart. Your heart is your light. What you love, what you enjoy, what you are passionate about, that is your light. That is your gift of light to the world. And that light is unique and different from everybody else's. There has never been anyone like you. There never will be anyone like you. You bring this unique frequency of joy and passion to the world, and that is your only responsibility in this life, is to nurture that light. And so now that we're coming through the darkest, longest night, we can start to pay attention to what, I mean, you can pay attention the whole way through, but solstice is the perfect time to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And, you know, the darkness is the womb of the mother, the womb of the cosmic mother. And so when we're in that darkest night, we are in the womb. We are about to be born. Solstice is not just the birth of the sun, metaphorically, mythologically. It is your rebirth as well. And after this winter in the darkness of dreaming and storytelling and connecting with loved ones, etc., we get to choose who we are going to be when we are reborn. We get to take from the dark, which holds the potential for every possible reality, every possible future, and we bring that into the light of day to be manifest in the physical realm. So this is a perfect time. Tonight and solstice night, tomorrow night, is the perfect time to contemplate, to sit in that darkness of the womb and to dream about what lights your fire, what makes your heart sing, what makes you dance. That is the light that we are bringing into the world. And that is the light that heals the world. So, just giving you a little bit of homework if you choose to really think about what is the light that you wish to bring to the world in this new year. So, all right, before I get on another tangent and go way off subject, let's do ceremony. So, if anyone is here that hasn't experienced the pipe ceremony before, well, a pipe ceremony, I know there's different many forms of pipe ceremony, but what mine is, the way I was taught, the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage and smudge everything on I've got my altar is right here in front of me. You can't see it, but here it is. And then I am going to take my pipe and ask permission to smoke. We always ask permission first. And then guessing that the answer will be yes. There have been times when the answer was no, and we just put the pipe back down and put her back in her bag. But assuming the answer is yes, then I will take 4 pinches of tobacco and put them into the bowl. And that part I do out loud, so you'll hear all the different prayers, offerings, etc. that I do during that part. And then once I have the pipe filled, I have a song that my guides gave me to sing before each ceremony that I facilitate. So I will sing that song then. Then I will light the pipe, and the first thing I'm going to do is offer the pipe and blow a breath blessing to each of the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, and then straight up to Creator. And then I will pause for a moment of silence with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart. And then when I come back, I will probably need to relight the pipe, but then I am going to take a great big puff of smoke and I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. That is the point where you say your biggest, bestest prayers, you set your biggest, bestest intentions, because that is a blessing coming from my heart through the tobacco smoke into my camera, and by the magic of the holographic universe and the internet coming through whatever device you're watching this on to your heart. And when I do put the pipe together, until I take it apart, is one giant prayer. And so the pipe basically opens a channel straight to Creator. Like I said, when we put the pipe together, it's like the divine presence right here. Then I will continue to blow breath blessings for different intentions of my own and things that that people have asked me to pray for. And then when it feels complete, or I run out of tobacco, both have happened, I will say another prayer, I will sing another song, and then I will take the pipe apart. That will be the end of the pipe ceremony portion. And then, seeing as I already told the story and everything, I don't know how much time will be left at the end, but I'll probably say a few things again afterwards, and then we will drum and thank the spirits for holding space, and that will be it. So thank you again for joining me. Thank you for your presence. Even if you believe you are just passively watching this, your energy is a vital part of what happens here. There is no such thing as a passive observer. It's the observer who creates the reality. And so even if you're just passively watching this, your energy is affecting everything that happens here. And for that, I thank you so much. It's amazing how, I don't want to say one way is more powerful than the other, but when I do pipe ceremony on my own and when I do it with others, there's such a different vibe. And so it is my honor to be able to share what I think is the most profound, powerful ceremony that I personally know of. So thank you, and here we go. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Oh. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Magikiwas, and Waboose. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, or the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo Catwoman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama. Bayama Okene. Okene, Bayama Okene, Bayama Okene, Bayama Okene. Yep. grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send another voice. Thank you for that light within us. Thank you for keeping it burning even when we can't see it, when we can't feel it. Clear the path before us. Clear our sight that we may see this light. Feel that light. Become that light of divine love that is who we are at our deepest core. Thank you for allowing us to become the greatest possible expression of ourselves. Thank you for who we have been, for who we have become, and for who we are becoming. Aho. Ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi. Aho. Oofda. I hope you could experience at least a fraction of the power I do when I'm doing ceremony. It's amazing. And I know I say that every single time, but it never ceases to amaze me. And speaking of that light within us, like the sun within us being reborn, a year or two ago, I don't remember when, I actually did a shamanic journey to talk to Santa Claus. And my main question for him was, how could something so benevolent and wholesome and magical as he and what he stands for be subjugated to the duality of good and bad, of naughty and nice? And he laughed at me. Well, he didn't laugh at me. He kind of laughed, that deep belly laugh. And he was like, well, just look what they did to Christianity. But then he looked at me again and he said, if you believe in the magic, your belief will make your dreams come true. If you don't believe, or having trouble believing, coal is your gift, but not as a punishment. Coal is fuel for fire to get your light burning again. So just remember that only in our world do we have that judgment of good and bad, of naughty and nice. And that, Santa Claus is basically the face of the law of attraction. When you have faith, when you believe in the magic of life, when you believe in the depth of what lies beyond our physical reality, your dreams will come true. The things that you desire will come to you. And if you're at a lower vibration where you can't see those things or feel those things or believe in yourself, then you are given the coal, or you're given opportunities to see the light, to get that light burning again, in order to see your own way through that darkness. So I love that, number one, that I thought of doing that. And I love that answer, and it makes so much sense now, and I can look at everything a little more clearer rather than the duality of the world, of society, and realize that no one is punished. Everyone is just as divine as anyone else, and everybody, no matter who you are, is loved. And the universe, Goddess, the divine, Santa Claus, wants you to succeed and wants your light to burn brightly. And the world needs your light. So, yeah, so I hope that helps. I hope you can believe in yourself. You can feel the light within you. And the magic. And the magic of the reindeer, coming back full circle. I used to volunteer at Cougar Mountain Zoo in Issaquah, not far from here. And one of the things they have is a reindeer herd. And officially, it's Santa's reindeer. It's where Santa keeps his reindeer the rest of the year when he's not, other than Christmas Eve when he's out flying. And so I got to hang around reindeer for a couple of years and actually pet them and interact with them and got to know a lot about reindeer. And there are actually reindeer's noses actually do turn red in the wintertime. And their eyes change color. I think they turn blue in the wintertime because, I think it's blue, because of the darkness. They're in total darkness. For half of the year where there is no light, and so their eyes change color so they can take more light in. And because it's the dark and blizzards and everything else, they actually do click when they move, when they walk. Their tendons actually click so that they can tell where each other are. Even in the dark, even in the snow, they know exactly where everybody is because they can hear everybody clicking. Just like the song, Up on the Rooftop, Click, Click, Click. That's where that comes from. And reindeer are excellent swimmers because they have big feet, cloven hooves, to help stay on top of the snow, but it also helps them in swimming. And their hair is hollow. In fact, I've had this for years and it still sheds. The fur is so thick that it's still, everywhere I go, it's like this path of, I call it reindeer blessings, kind of like Pigpen in Charlie Brown, when he's always got that cloud of dust around him. I always have this cloud of reindeer hair around me when I'm carrying my drum bag with me. And that makes reindeer more buoyant and able to float, and it keeps them warm in the cold. And the thing is, those are the same traits that would make it easy for reindeer to fly. They've got the big feet for propelling themselves, and their hooves are shaped like little wings, right? Like wings of an airplane. So the air coming up, they would have actual lift to help them get up. And their fur, that hollow fur, makes them lighter, and so they would be easier to lift. And their antlers, they have, I don't remember what it's called, but part of their antler comes jutting out and forward, and it's like a rudder to help them steer. So you heard it here, that's how reindeer fly. Yeah. So, believe it. that is, I think, everything I have to talk about tonight. So usually I go off into more tangents and more stuff or whatever, but it feels complete. So just tomorrow night, the longest night of the year, remember the Deer Mother. And if you're up in the morning and see the dawn, see the sun rising, know that that is the Deer Mother carrying the sun in her antlers. So, yeah. So it comes time to drum again and release those directions, release the spirits and the elements that have been holding space for us so lovingly. And if you enjoyed this, or if you would like to support your friendly neighborhood shaman in my work, I have a tip jar tagged to the top of the comments with my PayPal and my Venmo info, and I appreciate anything you can give me to support me in my work so that I can support you in your work. It's a reciprocity, a beautiful reciprocity that I love. And if you came in late and want to see the whole video, when we're done here, I will share this to my Facebook page, and I will also upload it to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. So you can subscribe to my channel so you can watch like over 4 years of these videos of ceremony, of readings, of different things. And if you would like readings or healings or teachings, you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, and look over all the different things that I offer, shamanic practices I offer, and you can book a session with me right there. If you are looking for last-minute holiday gifts, I have gift certificates, and you can give your loved ones the gift of insight, the gift of healing. I also, you can find this on my website as well, I have a coloring book that I made, right? I went into detail on the different days of Christmas, what animals either are already assigned to that, or I assigned a totem animal to each day and went into the heart of the message of what that gift actually is. So it's a great gift for children of all ages. I have another coloring book I did, the Animal Spirit Alphabet coloring book, where each letter has an animal totem and a poem about what that animal's medicine is. And I have other graphic novels that I have available that you can see on my website. I don't want to use all my time promoting myself or anything, but they're fun. And I love drawing them. I love reading them, and I would love other people to enjoy them as well. So check that out on my website. I will be here this coming week on Friday in my office if you want to pick up any of these in person, and you can have me sign them if you wish. If you want to have your child's college fund, so when I become rich and famous, and then you can sell it on eBay and get a fortune and get your child through college. So, anyway, so I'll be here Friday 11 to 6 in my office if you would like to pick any of those up in person, or you can contact me through my website, or you can order them. The link is on my website of the website that I go through that I get those self-published. So anyway, let us release those spirits that have been so lovingly holding us. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, spirits of the middle world, compassionate spirits of the middle world. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Oh. All right, my friends, thank you again so much for joining me. If you need a moment of silence, of sacred ceremony, whenever, again, you can watch this video again on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel. Please share this video. You can tag people in the comments or share it to someone else's page, whatever. Spread the love, and I think that's it. So thank you again so much for sharing your energy, for being a part of such a sacred ceremony. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, whatever holiday, festival of light that you celebrate. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, have a wonderful holiday, and go shining. All right, bye.